cream up there, bro. I was going through something with my hands, because every time I would go to spud someone or I'd catch a glimpse of my hands, they've been looking hella ashy recently. But I've been using cream.
Yeah.
You see me, I clean a lot, so I've been washing my hands a lot, washing my hands, and I don't
Yeah.
cream throughout the day. I just cream that once a day.
Yeah.
But now, that stuff up there, that Garnier superfood thing,
Yeah, but if you wash your hands, it's still gonna get dry and it's gonna get ashy, so you got to cream it again.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Now I understand why people have cream in the bathroom next to the soap. Before, I just wash my hands, bro. I wash my hands clean, dry them, I'm out. But I'll cream my body after a shower in the day or in the morning or in the evening.
Yeah.
But I won't wash my hands and then cream my hands. And when I consider how much I wash my hands and then wash up dishes without gloves,
Yeah.
I understand why my hands were dry. Super dry. So dry, in fact, that my knuckle was starting to cut.
Yeah. Well, see, when you got darker skin tone like me, it's immediate feedback.
I had the immediate feedback.
When you wash your hands, a minute later, it's dry.
Straight after. Yeah, but you feel the dryness.
Yeah, when you can see it, you see it, even me right now, I just washed my hands from the toilet and all ashy and shit.
Get some of that stuff. Give it a go. It even smells nice, and I'm gonna start using it on my whole body, man. I'm gonna smell like a girl.
What did you call it?
Garnier superfood.
Garnier.
Yeah.
I thought you said Ghanaian.
What would Ghanaian superfood be?
Ghanaian superfood, you know what it is. It's only one thing. Lots of eggs.
How was your anniversary?
Anniversary was good. It's good fun.
What did you do?
Went to a place called High Jingo.
Oh, the High Jingo Bingo.
Yeah. I told you about it, no?
You told me about it, yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it
Yeah,
was.
High Jingo.
Did you win anything? I know you said you
Nah, I didn't win anything. But it's good. It was a good experience. I mean, like I was saying when I told you after, it's probably something that, you could do with the lads.
Yeah.
Just for a bit of fun. It's I guess I didn't really know bingo because I've never been to bingo.
Didn't you come with us when we went in DMU? We went bingo.
Nah, I don't think I did. But I never knew the bingo experience was really just get pissed, and and just have a bit of a laugh.
Especially stuff like bongos bingo and High Jingo Bingo.
Yeah. I never knew that was the bingo experience. So yeah, it's good. It's good fun, man. It's good fun. I think it's something that you can do with the boys. Something you can do as a date.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we could do it with the boys, just not on your anniversary.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense to do it with the boys and on my anniversary at the same time, would it?
It's gonna be George's birthday and your anniversary on the same time every year now.
Yeah, well, too bad for him.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Swear down.
I'm sorry, but anniversary supersedes a friend's birthday. That's just how it is.
Well, every year.
Every year.
What about his 40th birthday? You're going to say, sorry, mate, it's our 10th anniversary. Yeah, you are as well.
Every year.
The 10th anniversary would supersede it. Yeah.
That's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Did you get a present? Did you do presents?
No, we didn't do presents, just did the cards.
Did you write a cute message?
Actually, I didn't even do a card. I was going to do a card, and then in the card I wanted to write kind of an even date or just speak about the first of the different experiences that we've shared.
What in your message?
within the first year. So first kiss, first
Do you remember that stuff?
I remember it, but I didn't remember the dates. So I was struggling to kind of write it out.
Yeah.
And articulate that on in a card and on paper. So I just decided, let's just go for a walk and let's talk about it. That's it. So we went for a little walk and then spoke about our various different firsts. So yeah, that was my gesture in a way rather than write, because I initially got the card to then write that in the card.
Yeah.
But then I was just I don't really a lot of the stuff as well. I'm not sure if we align 100% in terms of
what it was.
Yeah, in terms of our memory of it. So I was it's just better to have a conversation about it and align with it, and also at the same time, mostly it will bring out kind of those sentimental memories and stuff. So yeah, I just decided let's go for a walk and speak about it. That was it. That was my kind of gesture. So yeah.
That's cute.
And obviously, and then flowers and stuff. Yeah. So that was it.
Wow. That's not what I expected you to say.
Nah, you're a bit
Even
surprised.
like the message in the card, like the idea to write all that stuff in the card, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Surprised.
I mean, look, I think there's different sides to people.
There's
different sides. Yeah, but there's different sides to people.
But I think that's true, like, romance.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
I get you.
That's not like, it's a nice thing to do.
Yeah.
That's romance.
Yeah.
Let's go for
I
a
guess
walk
so.
and talk about when I first met you, I bet you done first introduction.
Yeah. First time we met each other's parents. First time, I stayed over at hers. Like first time. Yeah, a lot of different firsts, as you can imagine. There's a lot of different firsts.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah.
What have you done? What have you done in some anniversary gestures that you've in your past relationships?
Honestly,
because I know you're romantic at heart as well.
But I've never had an anniversary.
Have you not? What, 1 year? Never. Really? Didn't know that. I thought you would have.
With, it was very on and off.
Yeah.
So it was never together for like a year. We were together for like a few months and didn't speak for like 3 months. And then it was like, okay, let's get back together. Doesn't really count if you don't talk for 3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
But we were never together consistently for 12 months.
I get you.
So I've never celebrated an anniversary.
I get you. Okay. Well.
So none.
That's the end of it. Yeah.
Okay. 10 months is about the limit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Next.
Yeah. On to the next one, I guess.
No, but yeah, I've done romantic stuff, but nothing like super. Nah. Next.
What would you? No. Let's stay on that. We've not really got into relationships discussions.
We have.
No, yeah, we have, but we've not really.
And what we have spoken about it, every time I edit it, I cringe all the way fucking through, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
What when you speak about it?
Yeah.
You take them out. You edit it out.
Take it out. I've left
you left it
from what you've seen, but
to be honest, I'm the same.
But it just makes me think: is this how you are when he talks about girls or relationships?
Yeah.
Because I reckon I put on like I'm so confident, and I am.
Yeah.
But don't talk to me about my love life because I'm not.
You think are you still in the? Do you still have like an immature view of it in terms of how it's perceived?
What?
When you speak about relationships in your love life?
Nah, I just think because you asked some questions.
Yeah.
That I don't know how to answer.
Yeah. You don't have to know how to answer though.
So then I don't know what to say. So I just go, and then that's it. But like I said, I've said before, you've got more to talk about. I think when you talk about it, it's wholesome. It's your relationship. It's cute. It's romance. Anniversary. It's love. When I talk about my love life, it ain't love.
Yeah.
You know what it is? Really and truly. Do you know what it is? I'm going to be mature now. I'll be honest. Because I've been messing about. I don't want a relationship.
Okay.
I don't have time, or I feel as if at the moment, at the stage of life I'm in, I'm far too selfish to take someone else's needs into consideration. So I don't think I'd actually be very good in a relationship at the moment because I don't want the responsibility or pressure of having to be in constant communication with someone. I sound like a bitch. I know it's not the biggest deal texting someone or keeping in communication. Maybe not for you, but the thought of morning or I'm going to bed or what are you doing today, I've got other shit to do other than that. And why am I telling you this? Why first thing in the morning are we talking? Good morning. Are you at work yet? No, just start having a coffee. Brilliant. Oh, have you had a poo yet? No, I've not had a poo yet. Da. Every day. Ugh.
But there's an element. Sorry to cut you off, but there's an element of stepping up to that responsibility, though. Again, I say responsibility, but it's like stepping up into
the role.
I don't, for lack of a better term. Yeah, I'm just saying. Not many people are like, oh, this is what I aspire to, to step into. Of course, some people probably feel like that, but there's an element of it as well in terms of you know.
Do people not aspire to do that though? Because from when I talk to my grandma now, when I talk to anyone older than me, it's time to get married and settle down. So really, everyone, that's their basic aspirations, to be that person. To
And I suppose
to be
that's
a husband, to be a boyfriend, to be a dad.
Yeah, so I'm maybe it is their aspirations, but I'm just saying in terms of actually stepping up to it and stepping up to those responsibilities of it. Like sometimes you can't plan or prepare for it. It just happens and you just step into that role, you know. And when you're faced with that responsibility, you just have to step into that role, because that's what you do if you care about someone, or if you want something to work, or you have love for someone. Like, you know, you just step into that role. That's it.
Yeah, you're proper in love, bro. I can tell. What you're saying, bro.
regardless, but it is just that sometimes.
I hear it.
You know,
I hear it, but I don't know how. I don't know how to respond. Because what you're saying is true.
Yeah.
But me not have that. That's the behavior with me, because we won't know that it's going to happen, and I need to step into or I will naturally step into that role, because I don't even make that first step of going, hey, do you want to meet up again?
Yeah.
So I will never, if I even done that, then maybe we'll find out if that role comes naturally. But that role's not going to come naturally if I'm not allowing, if I'm keeping that door closed. But why am I keeping that door closed? I don't know.
Yeah, bro. I don't know, man. I look. I don't know what the barrier is, or what's stopping you. I don't know, fam.
I don't know if there even is.
I don't know, but I'm just saying, there's, like I said before, there's an element of you don't know until you cross that. But you know, you don't want to cross. You're saying that you're not even doing it intentionally.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I suppose there is some sort of maybe subconscious behavioral pattern that
doesn't allow me to even think about that train of thought. It's like the electrics in my brain go relationship dead. Doesn't even let me. You know how sometimes people romanticize a situation and they imagine themselves, when they stop talking to someone, they imagine, could I be with this person? Da, 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 da. I don't even think about stuff like that.
It might be trauma, bro.
Nah.
You got trauma?
Nah. I don't think so. And the man then will say, yes, yeah, you were so upset when your ex broke up with you. You were fucking moping around, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that was my first breakup, my first heartbreak, let's say. But no trauma from it. Because I think I was like how I am kind of going into it, into that relationship.
But the result of it
was what? Just
maybe could have caused
a failed relationship. That's not anything new.
Maybe could be the source.
I don't think so. I don't think I was serious enough. I don't think I was serious enough about that. Like, for example, when I look back, I think you were a big liar, pants on fire, me.
Yeah.
About certain things. Like I used to lie about smoking. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did you smoke? Nah, it must be Silas.
But that's not good though.
Like, must be Silas. It's not good.
So
just that on its own.
Yeah.
It would just prove to me you weren't being yourself.
Yeah.
So were you ever serious about that relationship? Probably not. So could it have had that much trauma on you? And were you that caught up about it? Probably not. You were just going through the process of a breakup, and this is what it's meant to feel like. And so I'm sad now.
Maybe the trauma is not from that then. Maybe the trauma is from something else.
Should have gone to fucking therapy.
So let's talk about some of the things that I suppose from a self-development perspective you want to get right. So because you said right now it's about you, it's about don't have time for, because you got things to do,
What are them things?
What did you say? You said this
you
said
that,
this and that and that. Yeah. So from an actual income perspective, do you feel like that also plays a part in terms of getting that right as well?
Yeah, I definitely can't afford a relationship.
Okay.
I cannot afford a relationship. They're expensive, bro.
Yeah.
Let's not be naive. They're expensive.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And if I wasn't off sick right now,
Yeah.
I still couldn't afford a relationship.
What makes you think you can't afford a relationship, though?
Because I can barely afford my own life, bro. I mean, real, on my job, I budget not very well.
So is that the...
If I had a missus and she was like, "Oh, should we go away for the weekend?" I'd be like, "Oh, what do we have to?" On a spontaneous thing.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
I'd be fucked.
Yeah.
So maybe it has subconsciously has a part to play, but that's not because I don't feel like my life is in a position where I want, like, I'm not rich enough to get girls or have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
More just, I'm not maybe where I want to be.
Yeah.
In myself financially, and then
Fair.
indirectly that plays a part on why am I trying to date when I've got other shit to do.
Well, yeah.
So yeah, maybe let's have a part to play in it. Yeah, what was your question?
No, Mark, that. I mean, that's part. It's part of the question in terms
This
of.
fucking feels like therapy today. I'm sweating, bro. Yo.
Yeah, the heat's on you today,
Yeah,
bro. I think for me, like, generally speaking, in terms of budgeting and managing your finances, I think obviously first and foremost, like, your primary income is obviously a high dictator of how much, like, of your budget.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So that's a high dictator. But then secondly, whatever you're earning is how do you budget that accordingly to what you want to spend on. And I mean, to be honest with you, bro, like, I think even if you go back to like upbringings, the only thing I was taught about budgeting and, you know, money management was that money don't grow on trees.
Money doesn't grow on trees.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do I own a bank? You know, that's the kind of stuff that you will be hearing.
Yeah.
Am I a bank manager? Like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
You got McDonald's money?
there was no like education or like financial literacy. It was just more so it was more so kind of the weight on scarcity.
Yeah.
More than anything.
Yeah.
Like scarcity of finances within the family more than anything. So
Who taught you then? Yourself?
who taught me?
This is why I'm kind of jealous of my white friends, because they've been here longer. They have, like, for example, my mum, young, her mum didn't teach her nothing about money management. My auntie would have come here. My grandma would have come here from India.
Yeah.
Not knowing shit about money management. Not taught my mum anything. Mum had me at 16.
Yeah.
Wouldn't know fuck all about money management. Didn't teach me anything.
Yeah.
My spending habits are fucking awful because I've never gone to learn anything about money management.
Yeah.
So I feel like when you've had people that have been here and bought houses here for years, or they know how the system works, Silas would have grown up knowing money management.
Yeah.
Or knowing how certain things work.
More likely to know that, I suppose, isn't it? I guess.
He would have known.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, my grandma's top priority would have been food on the table.
Yeah.
And then the same probably for my mum to me. So there wasn't enough even time I didn't grow up hearing about mortgages.
Nah.
And loans or this.
Yeah.
I would have heard my mum going, fucking hell, I'm in my overdraft. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even now I see it like for my little brother and sister, they will grow up so different because they're in a household with 2 incomes and a mortgage, and they'll understand finances.
An experience of the, like, you know.
Like now my mum's been through a whole lifetime's worth of experience. Now she knows how to manage money. She's had to learn. But I'm learning the hard way now. I'm still
learning. I'm still learning, to be honest with you. And like you said, like I was saying, my experience, didn't come from education on like financial literacy. So if you ask me who's taught me that and have I taught myself, I'm still learning. I don't think I've taught myself. I think
what you've taught yourself.
Yeah, and I think
learn the hard way.
I had to learn the hard way. So I think there was a period where I saved, and my method of saving was I signed up to this scheme at work, where they took a percentage of my money, and like they didn't give it to me through my paycheck, and I would get it at the end of the year.
Yeah.
because for me it was like, if I don't have access to it, then I'm not going to spend it. Like, I'm not going to take crazy risk with it. It was like a saving scheme where I don't actually see that money in my account. Like, they're holding it for me until the end of the year.
Yeah.
So that helped me actually save up quite a lot of money. And then obviously I went through what I went through in terms of leaving my job and going through a period of like over a year. So I ended up kind of digging into that a lot. So that really didn't, I suppose that in itself, the only thing I really learned from that in itself was I'm better when I don't manage the money. You know?
But that's still not money management.
Exactly.
That's not money management.
Exactly.
That's just going to take that for me.
Yeah.
Our parents, and maybe us to an extent, have had to learn those lessons through first-hand experience and fuck-ups.
Yeah.
Like a CCJ here or there. Do you know what I mean? It teaches you. Now I know about a CCJ, but if I hadn't, I was never taught what a CCJ was. If you miss your payments, this is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
They're going to come for you.
Like your credit score.
I didn't know.
Gosh, I didn't give a fuck about my credit score when I was younger.
CCJ, A, B, C, D, E, baby. Give it me all the alphabet. I don't care. Then boom, for 6 years I couldn't open a bank account. Are you joking? Are you joking? I couldn't get a phone contract.
Yeah.
I didn't know it would have this effect. I would have taken the money to Lloyd's in pound coins and said, take my overdraft back, bro. I didn't know.
Yeah, bro.
Do you get me? But other people know that, and they would be like, CCJ, you povo.
Yeah, for real.
Do you get me?
For real.
What's a fucking CCJ?
For real,
you pay your bills?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Then even that, I didn't. Do you know what? I think luckily, like for me, in terms of my credit score issues, CCJs, that happened when I was young.
Yeah.
It happened when I was really young. You get me?
Bro, I just lost case 2024. I got clean. I only got my phone contract with my own name in 2024.
It happened when I was really young. Now in my 30s, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm glad that's not there. You know what I mean? Now, because now you're starting to
serious things.
You're looking to these serious things. You're starting to realize, like, oh shit, these things that
they matter.
Yeah, these things that I didn't care about in my 20s. Fuck,
they really matter.
In terms of bills, like it more or less remains the same every single month, right? And then in terms of savings, again, you start to build a trend. More or less, it will remain the same every single month. And then in terms of expenses,
you just start to
in terms of disposable, you know, it remains the same every single month, except for maybe the certain months where it'll be less savings because maybe you need a bit more disposable for certain.
Every month?
It doesn't. No, not really. Not really. I guess there's just certain months where you know you're gonna need more disposable because there's certain events that are happening that month, right? That you're gonna have to spend a bit more money on. But just having that understanding, it just for me that's helped a lot in terms of budgeting.
Yeah. For
me over like the past year. So that's the one thing that and it's not really that hard to implement. You know what I mean? It's not really. You just need a spreadsheet or a document or whatever that you can keep track of, and that's it.
Bro, I won't stick to it, bro. If I'm real, I don't even think I earn enough money to budget.
Of course you do, man.
Bro, I swear down.
Of course you do.
I swear down.
Everyone does.
I don't even think, because by the time I've...
Well, budgeting isn't about how much money you earn.
All right, let me correct myself. If I budgeted my wages, I've paid my bills, I've paid my rent, money gone, and I'm moaning about it, and it's only my own fault because it's my job. So if I don't like it, get a new job. You get me? Which maybe is where my brain is headed.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that's why I have no budget. I'm not saying I'm like bad with money. I'm broke. But in a way, but that's just because I want to earn more. Not because I'm bad with money, but also I feel like I am bad with money because of the CCJ that we previously spoke about. So to whom am I fooling? Do you get me?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but so for me, I'm just thinking like the management of it. That's what I'm thinking. That's the perspective I'm looking at in terms of the management. In terms of increasing your income, okay, that is part of it. Yeah, that will feed into it, but that's a separate. Yeah, that's a separate.
So when I'm earning more money, we'll revisit this.
No,
on my side. But you talk about money management then, because I can't talk about money management.
Of course you can talk about it.
I got no money to manage.
You're got
no money to manage.
You're making money, so you can talk about it. You're making money. You get paid, so you can talk about it. You can talk about how you manage the money you get paid into your bank account.
Not very well.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
So
it.
you can talk about it.
Not very well.
You know?
I spend it all.
So that's poor money management then.
Yeah, but I spend it all on fucking bills and rent, and then do bits and bobs here and there, innit? But the bits and bobs.
Yeah,
I spend
so
it on
that's the bits and the bobs.
Yeah, the bits and the bobs.
The bits and the bobs is what we like. You know what you got.
But bits and bobs. The bits and bobs make my life. So maybe I want to stop buying bits and bobs, or do I want more money to buy bits and bobs? The latter, obviously. I don't want to stop buying bits and bobs.
I'm budgeting around what I have, and I'm ensuring that in these 3 different pots of savings, bills, and disposable, there's something,
For all the pots.
for all the pots.
That savings pot is starving. I'll be honest, it is starving.
But again, that's the thing. It goes back to what we were saying earlier in terms of the financial literacy. I didn't have this system until a year ago. You get me? Like before then, it was money comes out,
Whatever's
tap
left
tap
at
tap.
the end.
You get me? That's it.
Yeah, that's
Bills
me.
come out, tap tap tap.
That's me now.
That's it.
That's me
That's
now.
it.
And then Spotify come along 2 days before payday.
Yeah.
And they go, "So, we tried to take your payment." Yeah, I think it's just maybe time to grow up, man. For me.
But I feel like
In
these
that perspective.
yeah. So these things are part of growing up, bro. It's part of growing up.
Yeah.
It's part of adulting. You know, budgeting,
Yeah.
money management. This is the shit, and we've not even fucking touched on investments and all of these types of shit. You get me? Like this is all the other stuff.
This is basic 101.
Basic
Don't
needs.
spend all your money.
That's
You
it.
fucking idiot.
That's it.
This is what you should have been taught
You know what I'm
with
saying?
pocket money.
There's people out here talking about investments and
Age mates.
And-
And,
and-
I'm embarrassed talking about
you know what I'm saying, and
right
this
now.
and that. Bro, you gotta strip it back to first principles. This is the basics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think if that's what I need at the minute, so that's where we are. But
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, comment. And yeah, you can tell.
oh, I was just thinking.
What the fuck?
Sorry. I was just thinking because we done this in the episode I just edited, and we had a joke between us where we were like, to all the Happy New Year to the 5 people to watch the podcast, innit?
Yeah.
Now I feel like now I know that how many people watch the podcast. I'm thinking to the 5 people that watch the podcast. Like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm still a bit upset, pissed off. Not upset. What's the word? I just think it's interesting that our group chat has more followers. I mean, our group chat has more members than our YouTube page has subscribers. That's what I think is interesting.
Yeah. How many subscribers are we on now?
11.
11. Jeez, come on.
Come on!
Yeah.
11!
Gone past 10. Why was that so hard, bro? Relax, man. Jeez.
What? That's the dry skin.
Fucking hell. We hit a milestone though. 10. More than 10. That's a milestone.
Oh, yeah,
bro.
on YouTube we got the achievement.
Yeah, man.
God, we sound so cringe right now.
Bro. 11 subscribers.
11 subscribers, 20
Yeah,
followers
man.
on TikTok, 70 something on Instagram.
Yeah, G.
Growth.
Growth. And haters.
And we got a troll.
Yeah, we got a troll.
We got a troll.
We got one troll.
Shout out you.
That comment was savage, though.
It was savage. It was good. He said, don't, what did he say? Keep the mic receipts.
Keep the receipts. Peace out, guys.
Bye.